Okay. So I just made another video, but I'm going to start over and record this part as a new video, and we'll post the other one. We'll see. But I have known to share my story for many years. My intuition has been telling me to share my story and just talk on camera for years, for over 2 years now. And I haven't really done it. I've done it a little bit, but I haven't really done it for the world. I've made a lot of Snapchat videos just for myself. Like I honestly, I love to just sit and talk like this. I love to write and journal and just get my thoughts out. And usually I do it on Snapchat and I save the video. I don't post it, I just save it. And it's like a video diary. You know what I mean? I do that for a lot of things. And I have done it more and more recently these past few months. But I haven't posted any of them. I haven't shared, and I have been wanting to share my story and my thoughts for years with no purpose, no gain, just to share, just to literally share. But you know, I want to inspire people. I want to whatever, but I've always been afraid to hit post. I've always kind of thought about, you know, what's the reception gonna be? What's the likes gonna look like? What's the comment situation gonna look like? And that's a different type of sharing, right? I can do all that. I've done that. And I am gonna do that for my business, but I hate it. I hate it. This is truly what resonates with me, is just sharing for the purpose of sharing. And instead of keeping it for myself, just letting other people see it. I have not allowed myself to really do that consistently. And I want to do it. I just want to do it. So why not? Who cares? Who cares? I think my higher self is just fucking tired of me not doing it. I've known to do it and I haven't done it. I've done a lot of things. In trusting myself, I've done so many things. In trusting my intuition, I've done so many things. But I haven't done this. 2:22 on the clock. So here we are. What do I want to share? What do I want to share? Look at this skin. Oh my God. This skin is a representation of like the mental state that I've been in the past few months. And I won't talk about this right now, but I've hit a low point in the past few months. Ironically, as I've been building my business, I think building a business, a coaching business, is one of the most triggering things, but that's a different video for a different time. I want to talk about, I had a conversation with a friend today, a friend that I haven't talked to in a while, but he was talking to a mutual friend that we have, and this mutual friend said, talk to Jackie. She gives really good advice. And the thing is, I don't give your conventional advice. I don't give even the advice that you want to hear. I give you the advice that speaks to my heart, and the advice that I'm hearing, that I need to be giving you. I read intuitively you. I see your future, I see your past, I see the other person. If it has to do with another person, like a relationship, I see that person and I see what's going on. And this isn't to fucking brag or anything like that. This is like legitimately, this has been my experience when I coach, when I talk to people, when I give advice. Like, I see you. It's like I see through you. Not like I see through your bullshit, but like see you for who you are. And I see the gaps. I see what's behind all the things going on, and I see what needs to be closed, how it can be closed in order for you to get what you want. And I had a conversation with him. He just went through a breakup, and I won't get into, you know, the nitty-gritty details, but something I said to him, I could see that this relationship, this breakup, was a mirror for his internal world. This girl like abandoned the relationship and left the mess. And it sucks. You know, when you're a good person, you're ready for the relationship. I just had a thought. Now I'm going to share it. I've done this. I've abandoned a relationship. I've done it multiple times. And I would say maybe that helps me understand this person, but really I wasn't speaking from my experience when I was giving him advice. I could see what was going on, but anyways, it hurts. That's heartbreaking. For someone to abandon a relationship, that is heartbreaking. And just to like leave the mess and say, it's me, it's not you. There's no closure there, right? Um, but I told him, I was like, is there something going on? Okay. Instead of me talking about this guy, let me talk about this in general. Let's say this happens. You are ready for a relationship. You're ready to give. You're a giving person. And then this breakup comes out of nowhere. And maybe this isn't the first time that this has happened to you. But let's say this happened. The question I would ask is, before the relationship, before you met this person, was there something going on in your life, something that you became forgetful about, something in your life that you were neglecting in some way, shape, or form? And for my friend, he was like, it was a few things. It was two things. Two things. Oh, I don't want to give too many details. Personal, but if you notice that in previous relationships, or even in your friendships, even in your own life, you tend to put other people above you, or you give, but you don't verbalize what you need. And additionally, you are so ready to jump into something, so ready to jump into a relationship, but you have some doubts about the person, but you ignore them in hopes that it's going to work out. You are inviting, with those things, you are such a beautiful human, literally such a beautiful human, but you are also inviting in that experience of someone abandoning the relationship, because that's a reflection of what's going on internally. The advice I gave was, and it took a while, it took a little bit to get to this point, and this is why I love, in the beginning of conversations I have, because this conversation lasted like over an hour. I love conversations because I always love seeing how we're navigating the situation, and it opens up to a realization, and that realization opens up to another realization, and then you get the fucking answer. I love that so much. So it took a bit to get to this point, but if you notice that you are, what is it? Oh yeah, this is the advice. Start to become aware of your needs, your desires, and the vision you have for yourself in a relationship, and prioritize that. Ask every day, how can I give myself what I need? How can I give myself what I desire? How can I fulfill my needs and my desires and put those first above everybody else? I was like, it's not selfish. It's not selfish at all to put yourself above other people. It's not, because when you do that, you don't self-abandon, right? And you can show up better for people because you're coming from an authentic place. But this is the real advice I gave. When you get into, you're a good person, you do all the things. I mean, like, you're reflective, you meditate, and if you don't meditate, whatever, but like, you should do it. You do all the things, you're a giving person. But when you get into a relationship, because you're capable as a partner, you're like, okay, I see this person has some baggage and they seem like they want to work on it. We're going to go forward with this relationship and just hope that it works out. That is masking a true sense of doubt. Your intuition is communicating with you for a reason. If you've never really directly communicated your needs in a relationship, your desires, this is your intuition talking to you, and you're choosing to ignore it. And then when you have doubts about the person, that's an opportunity to, instead of listening to hope is okay, hope is good, but your intuition is also saying something very valuable. You're having doubts about whether or not the person will work on their shit through the relationship. And then what happens if you ignore that? You ignore any kind of sign of that. You allow yourself to be open to the possibility of them abandoning the relationship because working on their shit becomes too overwhelming. And that's exactly what happened to my friend. Listen to that doubt and be like, I see this person has some baggage. I don't know if they're completely willing to work on it. It seems like there's something there. That's an invitation for you to either have a conversation with that person or leave. If you really, really, really can see that they're not going to work on it, leave. It's kind of what I do. But have a conversation with them. Say, hey, I know myself. I am ready to jump into this relationship. I'm ready to grow through a relationship. I'm ready to blossom together. Want to see where you're at. What do you see in a relationship? What do you value in a relationship? What do you need and desire in a relationship? Where do you see us? Because something that probably happens if you go through this experience of people just jumping ship in the relationship, leaving you high and dry, leaving the mess, is that you are probably not direct about your needs and your desires, and you just are ready to go all in on this relationship, and you think that's enough. And that's amazing. However, a necessary piece of a relationship is communication and knowing this person that you're engaging with is ready to commit with you 11:11 on the clock, ready to commit to you too. And making sure that that's established and that's the case is extremely important, because guess what? You are putting yourself first. You're not setting yourself up for another breakup. You're choosing to put yourself first, and you're also choosing to form a vulnerable, authentic connection with the person in front of you to establish shared values, shared needs, shared desires, and shared vision and shared support on how you two can grow together through this relationship. That is essential. You have to do this. When we ignore our intuition about the person that you are getting into a relationship, that's a big deal. You deserve to put your needs, your desires, your expectations, your values, and your doubts on the table. You totally are entitled to that. And that's putting yourself first. That is so, I'm trying to think of the exact words I want to use. That's so beautiful. That doing that allows you to connect so deeply with yourself on an indescribable level. Oh my God. So do that. Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. That's what I have to say about this topic today. And that's it for today.